Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Yes, I'm still sitting on my floor because no, I'm not done organizing yet. What we're going to be talking about today is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And I get sent emails, pictures, and videos. And if you would like to share something with me and the community, my email's in the description box below. So this first thing that we're going to talk about, I got a series of emails from a community member, and he was telling me about what's going on with Walmart and Aldi, and I have something to add to that as well. Target, okay? So Walmart, they shut down all their credit card and debit transactions nationwide, company-wide, due to a major hack. He said, I'm getting this from upper management from our local store, who is my son. Okay. And he said, check your sources. This is happening now, 6:30 p.m. So this was last night. And it was with MasterCard and Visa. So Walmart shut them down company-wide, which is debit cards as well. And he said that Visa, MasterCard of any kind, debit cards, shut off at Walmart company-wide. He said, if I'm understanding it right, it's not just against Walmart. The hack is with MasterCard and Visa. Just to be clear, any new updates I will send you. Please keep my name hidden. Oh, of course, of course. So then he sent me another email, and this was as of 6:43 a.m. He said, Walmart up and running this morning. Not sure about the other stores. Nothing on the news up here. I didn't see anything about them either. And he said, I'm also being told it's Kroger, Dollar General, and Aldi as well. They were accepting cash only. Well, it was Target too. I went to Target because they were having some major sales going on. And I go where the sales are, I really do, regardless of what's going on with the corporation. And I was, in line, and no one's credit cards were working. And I mean, no one's. And it was anyone who had their MasterCard. MasterCard was not working. And Visa was working, but not MasterCard. And the cashier was saying, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And mine went through fine. And I had my Visa. And everybody's going, well, hers went through, but mine's not going through. Hers went through, mine's not going through. And I'm like, well, I have a Visa debit card. I don't know, what's going on. And so, I left, obviously. And, the cashiers, they're all running around going, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So it was at Target as well. So I'm glad to see that it's back up and running, but still, geez, wow, this is, a little crazy, that this went on. And but it wasn't the stores themselves, it was the credit card companies themselves. So this community member, she wrote in, and she said that she got a new grill and also a bread maker. Well, that's really awesome. I'm really glad that you now have some way to cook a grid down, and also a bread maker, so you can start making your own bread now. It's delicious. It really truly is. It's so much better than store-bought. It really truly is. So here's an email from a community member. She said, at Dollar Tree midday, I noticed a man on his cell phone in the store. He was not shopping. He was watching me. He stepped outside as I checked out. As I exited the store, he asked if he could help me. I declined. I waited on the sidewalk until a shopper came out. I asked him to walk me to my car. He did, and waited until I was in my car. I'm 74. I walk with a walker. Note of caution, be aware of your surroundings. Yes, always head on a swivel. Know your surroundings. Be aware of everything, because you don't know who is going to be taking advantage of who. It doesn't matter what age you are, young, old, able, disabled, it doesn't matter. Because there's some real sickos out there. There really truly are. And I'm so sorry that you had to deal with something like this. So here's an email from a community member. She said, I hope you're well today. I am. Thank you. You look lovely. Well, thank you so much. She said, I do miss Stormy in your videos, but I understand life is always changing and the spaces that we have to work in. Yeah. Stormy's around. He's just, he's sleeping. She said, I'm sorry I keep emailing you. Oh, no, it's fine. It really, truly is. I enjoy my emails that I get. She said, I wanted to let everyone know, since Ron DeSantis promised us no CBDC, I really want him to hold his word. Yeah. Uh, all politicians are crooked. She said, I know all politicians are liars, but I still have to let him know that he lied. They are here. A little credit union brought it in. I know they don't care, but I can't be good with God if I didn't try. No, I understand. I understand. You can't go back on your word. When you say you promise something and you go back on your word, I understand all politicians do that. But he was so adamant, you know, and I understand. She said, so of course, I got a representative for the governor who took my message. If anyone else would like to leave a message with the governor, here is the number. Oh boy. Okay. I'll put it right here. So I'm sure he would love to know how his citizens feel about this. The woman taking the message said that the law doesn't go into effect until July 1st. Okay, well, that's what, 7 days? I mean, come on, seriously. You know what I mean? That it does not matter. It does not matter. Once it's implemented, it's implemented. If a bank puts it into effect, it's in effect. So she said, I also pointed out that the law, unless I'm not understanding what I read, only will stop foreign CBDC, not USA based. Right. She said, so even when the law takes effect, there will be nothing anyone can do, which is why people speaking up can be really important. They don't want you to complain. Of course they don't want you to complain. They don't want to hear it. They don't care. They don't. She said they want you to participate. So election time is going to be hard for America. No winners are running. I hope a farmer or truck driver joins the race. I will be complaining to more people, and I'm not going to stop. I let the secretary know, since they changed the name, they might have created a loophole, and the law is garbage. I want everyone to know about two other things that will be coming possibly to a 15-minute city. Many have said that it's possible to keep us locked up in one place. An electric fence could do it, where a frequency tower can stop it. What? They can create force fields we wouldn't be able to get out of. Think about 5G. Okay, our government has been playing around with all kinds of weapons on our dimes. All I want is my home, food, water, and to get back and forth like most do. Well, of course, that's like, it's our right. It's our freedoms right there. You know what I mean? And she said, so all those wants and needs are what they are targeting first, but the keeping in is hard to picture for such a massive population. Which is why they need the numbers small. I pray our generation has learned enough about the past to protect the kids of the future. We are all at that point our grandparents faced. It's sad to learn they never won. Let's all learn from their mistakes, I hope and I pray. You could only hope that we have learned from others' mistakes, but the future generation, sad to say, is not looking very bright. It's really not. I read an article where 3 preteens, an 11-year-old, and was it 2 12-year-olds or 2 13-year-olds? Twins. They broke in to an apartment that they thought was abandoned, but it was not abandoned. The people, I guess, were snowbirds, I guess you want to say. That's the term that we use down here for people who live here in the winter and go back up north for the summer. And they broke in through a window. It was an apartment. Okay, they broke in through a window, and they stole a 55-inch TV, video games, a video game controller, and some other things. And they went home with this stuff. And the mother said, well, where did you get it? Where'd you get it? And they said, oh, well, a neighbor gave it to us. Okay, first of all, if the mother actually believed that, we've got bigger issues. Okay, we got bigger fish to fry. Okay, I mean, this is ridiculous if the mother actually believed it. So it took other kids that lived in that apartment complex to say, no, we witnessed them coming out of the window with that TV and those other things. You know, imagine an 11-year-old and two 12 or 13-year-olds. If this is what the future, my word, okay, no, absolutely not. That right there is scary, okay? And this is not the first time I've heard about youngsters doing things like this. You know what I'm saying? And now for a commercial break, much needed. So here's an email from a community member. And she said, I was watching YouTube videos and saw a couple of these military things going on around the country. And I was thinking about it. When I was married to my first husband, he was the National Guard. Every year, most of the Guard has their 2-week training period. They have 2 weeks a year and on some weekends through the year. He went to Fort Hood or to Fort Chaffee here in Arkansas, whichever they scheduled. The Fort Hood training was huge because the amount of land there. It's so big that they would hitch rides on helicopters to get from one side to the other. He was supposed to hitch a ride on one, and right before it took off, he backed out. It lifted, headed out, and crashed. Oh my. Oh my. And my ex and others ran and looked into the valley-like area, headed down and to help, and could hear someone screaming for help. And then the voice went silent. It really messed with his head because he was supposed to be in it. So some of this activity could just be training. I'm really hoping so. I'm really hoping that it could be training or drill or whatever the case may be. But 15 cities. And why are they training in suburbia? You know? That it's odd. That's all, you know? Okay, so here I've got quite a few pictures that I'm going to show you and an email. So this comes in from a community member. She said, someone tried to scam my husband and my daughter. And I also do have some good news. And I want to say thank you to everyone that did say prayers for me. My body and my lungs could not be found on a different view. So they're keeping a watch on it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. What? Honey, they told you you had cancer. Now they can't find it? Oh my word. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, prayers do work. Okay, what this looks like is there was a data breach with, it looks like a dental office. That's what this looks like. And the paperwork is in Spanish. So I'm not going to put up the pictures because it is a little blurry. But that's what this looks like. It's a data breach. I don't believe it was a scam. I believe it was just a data breach. So I would call the dental office and see what information was a part of the breach. Okay. So here's an email with some pictures from a community member. She said, I canned up the free beets that I got and I made 3 quarts. Check off the list. I made some awesome scalloped potatoes with onion, ham, and broccoli, potatoes, and broccoli free. Yum. She said, I also used some of my green Thor fried green tomatoes from 2013 from our garden. It was so delicious. Prepare, plan, prep, and God bless. Yes, absolutely. These pictures are gorgeous. So here's another picture from a community member. She said this was growing as a seedling in my daughter's yard. It came up from pumpkin carvings last fall. It has two little leaves. It had two little leaves. I put it in the ground and it's been exploding in growth. It had 2 pumpkins on it. I would suggest that we all save our pumpkin seeds. This is amazing. I absolutely love it. And before I go, I leave you with this video that was sent in by a community member. Okay guys, that's all for this video. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.
I'm Major General Albert Newton Stubblebine III, U.S. Army retired, and I spent 34 years in the military, and ended up as Major General. In my last assignment, I was responsible for all of the Army's strategic intelligence forces around the world. The amount of energy required to melt the girders, the steel in the tower, cannot be gotten to a melt point with the fuel that was in the airplane. Not possible. So any melting did not occur as a result of the hit from the airplane. Point. I call it dot, okay? Dot. When you look at the tower coming down, what you see are, at each floor, successive puffs of smoke. Puff, 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 all the way down. What are the puffs of smoke coming from? Well, they claim they're from the collapsing floors. No, no, no. Those puffs of smoke are controlled demolitions. That's exactly what they are, because that's exactly how they work. The collapse of the building was caused by controlled demolition. Building 7, the owner. He is heard on the video, okay? And he says, pull it.
Is pull it. And they made that decision to pull. And then we watched the building collapse.
And then the building collapsed. What does pull it mean? What do the words pull it mean? Let me tell you, that's the order for controlled demolition. That is the phraseology that's used for blowing up something. And that's when Building 7 blew up.